TheShadowArchR here, and I'm back on the Elite server, ready for another episode. I've done some AFK whilst we're away, and I think that's enough iron. And look at that, we've even got some more. I might as well just turn this into blocks. I need to do some redstone here and filter out some of these puppies, I think. But I think that is plenty. Oh, that's nice. It's very nice. Cool. Just leave that one odd block and that random 21 there. Cool. Sweet as. And of course I forgot the glass and iron, but we are all good. We figured it out. And bang. Awesome. That's that one done. On to the next. Alrighty, and that's this one done. And yeah, we're probably going to change that to a grey or something in the future. Probably because it's going to be like in the middle of this building, so we might make it like a bakery or something like that. I don't know. Then we can, like, you know, do like a furnace-y thing here and have like a smokestack. And yeah, I feel like that would probably be the best way to conceal that beacon in this building. But that's for the future. Right now, they're all just purple. And we now have pretty much all our beacons installed, so this whole area should be speed enabled, which is great. Alright, so today what I've decided is that we're going to start on the boulders. Now, boulders, we're going to need a bit of cobble deep slate. We'll just take a good chunk because I feel like majority of it's made from that. We're going to need some slabs of the cobble deep slate too, so I think we're pretty much going to use all of our cobble deep slate here, which isn't exactly ideal. Maybe we should just get some withers to blow us up some more. Yeah, the other thing that we're going to need is smooth basalt. I feel like I need to, yikes, I'm going to need to smelt some of that. We do need some normal basalt, but probably not too much. So we could get some normal basalt, and then maybe just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to smelt. Something like that. Yeah, we'll do something like that. Just because we're going to need some more smooth basalt. Then we're going to need some moss and some fences, spruce fences. So yeah, so we're just going to go ahead and do some boulders. I'm going to go ahead and just chuck this into our super smelter. Anyways, let's get into this. So we want to build some boulders around here, and I think, you know, like some of them might be like good. Let's just chuck one here, like, you know. Now the really cool thing about this is that we get to just play around with a bunch of blocks here. Having textures is one of the most fun things to play with, in my opinion. And yeah, I mean, just like, you know, being able to chuck in blocks that are, you know, textured are really good. So yeah, so that's sort of the idea of our boulders. Now, just to give you a bit more of an idea of our boulders, once we get a main structure done, I think we'll get rid of the shovel. I don't think we're going to need them. Mainly just need the the pick. So yeah, so once we've done that, we get to put on some mossy carpet if we want. So putting on, that's a slab. Putting on some mossy carpet is really nice, and then selecting an area for like a mossy block is going to be our other sort of style, and so that's what's going to make our boulders sort of like mossy and stuff like that. We will have ground eventually that goes around them and patches, but that's very fine-tuning work. The idea of these areas is that we're going to build up some boulders, we're going to build up some trees, then we're going to build up some lighting areas, etc., features, and then the ground replacing the ground, patches of ground and stuff like that is going to come last, because the thing is, if we do the ground now, then we'll be doing the ground either as we go, which is a pain in the bum for material usage and switching between things, or we'll have to do the whole entire ground, which means a bunch of it's going to be covered up, and it's going to be a waste of resources and time. So yeah, so we're just going to build everything up first, and then we're going to go ahead and change patches of the ground and stuff. I feel like that's going to be the best way to do it. And these boulders, they're going to be quite frequent. They're not going to be like always huge or anything like that. It's sort of just going to be like, you know, messing around with the style of everything. And I want another sort of spot for everything. Yeah, it's sort of just going to mess around with a bunch. But, you know, we can play around with everything for a little bit, see how it works, make some really cool designs here. I think, you know, little boulders, big boulders, there might be a couple of big ones, but they're mainly going to be little small ones like this. And yeah, I think, you know, let's just start detailing stuff. Yeah, that's, see, like something like that, that's really nice. I like how that one turned out. Small but simple. Small and simple. Yeah, and then we can have one maybe here, like so. So I've gone ahead and I've added a couple more just around the villagey area, and I think I'm just going to detail around the villagey area a bit more. Just like little cliff ones like this add a lot of depth. There's like little ones up here, little ones that are sort of going in there, and then once we fill in the trees and everything, and bushes, etc., it's just going to look a lot nicer. So yeah, that's just, I just wanted to show you sort of like that cliffside one and exactly what I'm sort of trying to get towards. Show you the frequency of them, like, you know, it's going to be a pretty detailed forest, so, well, forest, walk, whatever you want to call it. Alright, let's go. Just thought I'd show you where I'm up to, just done some ones around the river, and I think this might be like a nice sort of starting point in some sense. Yeah, I've sort of changed direction from following the path. But to be honest, I think it's going to be better if I do it like this. I just have a feeling that it might just give a little bit more texture. You know, just add a bit more to the area. And sort of just give a nice tone. And I feel like doing this around the river is probably the best space to do it, especially this down slope. Just having these sort of rocky parts fall into it, sort of nice. Really, really nice. And that's sort of the detail of adding depth to the river space, is just going to be adding some of these. Then we can do the bottom, etc., etc. So, you know, it's just like, instead of trying to completely do everything on top, I'm sort of digging into it a little bit too. And, you know, that sort of just changes up the ground a bit. It's giving us a little bit more depth to play with. We can add stuff like underneath. It's actually really fun. Doing this has actually been really, really cool. I've been really enjoying it. So we've ran out of slabs, and I feel like I'm going to need to make more. But that is a-okay. We can figure that one out at another time. But I'm really liking how it's looking. It's sort of merging with the path. It's sort of merging with the river. Yeah, so I'm sort of just, that's how I'm playing around with this. I hope you guys are enjoying the look of it, because it's sort of like really therapeutic in some sense too. And you know, like just playing around with the colors and the way that it works, it's just really nice. Maybe fence there. Yeah, that's looking nice. That's sort of like scattered, but it's works. Yeah, then maybe I could add another one there. Add some moss. Add some extra moss around here, maybe. Cover to this, you know, and just sort of matching that up. And then this sort of space, right? We can keep this bit open, and then we can maybe just like add an extra, you know, maybe this one has fallen a little bit into the water, and that way we can just waterlog that fence, put some moss there. Keep it interesting. Yeah. Anyways, I'm going to continue with this river, and yeah, I'll come back when I feel like I've done a little bit more to show you. Alright, coming back to it, we've got a couple more just along this riverside. I've gone ahead and added a fair bit going along, sort of adding it in the more rocky, crevicy sort of style areas. I think that's ultimately going to be the way to go. And yeah, so now I'm probably going to be doing the other side, and we can sort of start just by like, you know, just, let's say we've got a rocky sort of space here, so we can sort of add that into there, do that, add a little bit of fence there, add, we'll probably want that to be like that, to be honest. Yeah, something like that. Down here is a big space, so what we can do is we could potentially add some detailing in like so. You know, we can just chuck in a few we could like something like that, you know. Then we could add like some moss there, another slab there maybe. I think, you know, that's quite a nice feature. It sort of breaks it up a bit. Great. Alright, we're gonna have to go back and grab some more fence, make a bunch more. Because yeah, it is quite extensive, the amount of fence that I'm using, but that's a-okay. I think we can sort of get away with not using fence all the time. And whilst that's there, it's like we want to maybe add another one up here even. Just little things. So I've gone ahead and done this side of the river. It's looking a lot nicer. As I've always said, it's amazing how much detail this can add to a build. And yeah, I think I'm just going to go ahead and continue. I might just do around the, maybe around here and maybe a little bit further. We'll see how this works. I thought I'd just go through the process of, what I'm doing here with the ravine. That's the one. Yeah, so I've gone ahead and I'm doing like a couple more like sort of cascading sort of styles. And I think it's starting to really like catch my attention how impactful it is. It's sort of really nice to see something come together like this, because it just impacts it so much. It's crazy how much it impacts it, but it really does. And so if I just like, you know, I'm like constantly adding cascades here, just, I don't know, there's something to it. It's really, really, it's nice. It is, like, adding those sort of cascades, like, look at it, it's just making it look very natural. It almost, like, makes it look like it's, like, a literal sinkhole in the ravine, instead of it being, like, a full-on ravine. But I mean, like, you know, that's how landslide, rock falls, things happen. We get a bunch of random rocks everywhere, and it sort of just enhances this area. Now, I don't want to touch this side too much. I might just, like, put one near the river, but that might be it. The only reason being is because I am building the blacksmith here, so I need to build, like, a massive, like, drill thing, like, lava thing here and everything like that, so it's going to be pretty cool. That's at least the plan for it. It's going to be an interesting one. It'll be a fun experiment, I think. So we can sort of just play around with it and see how it goes. Something on top. Like, something super simple like that, right? Is sort of what I'm thinking. Just simple things, which enhance the space. There's going to be a tree on top of there. Yeah, it's just little things that are going to enhance these spaces. It's amazing because sometimes you just feel like getting stuff like this done, and then you realize how much of a pain in the bum they are to do, and then you sort of go, I don't want to do this anymore. But yeah, I think we can experiment how we can maybe trying to place it underwater. That's not gonna work. Crumbled. Cool. Like, that's looking awesome. Like, you know, just like little gradients like that into the stone. That's so nice. I love it. That wasn't letting me get up. We need something on this side. Potentially just a small sort of feature on here. Nothing too big or fancy. Oh my lordy, I've already gone through that much mossy carpet. My. Oh wait, actually, I just realized I didn't grab the extra stacks. I sees where I went from. Yeah, okay, cool. So, no, I actually like that bit as water. That's unfortunate. Oh well. Guess I'm gonna have to cover it up now. Damn it. I probably could have fixed it, but it's okay. It's not too bad. Maybe we can put moss on that one. And then what I really like about that is that we can really experiment with the way that this forms. And it's sort of nice being able to sort of, you know, add that extra layer to it. Like, to me, that actually works really nicely in this space. It's stitched down, but it's taller, and it's sort of just with a tree next to it with some bushes around. That's going to look really nice, I think. So I think it's just about finding that balance, and I think we're doing well. When we get too close to the buildings, I'm not really putting many boulders around here. Like, I might just put one here just to add a little bit to it. But ultimately, if I add too much to these sections, it's gonna look clumpy and it might interfere with the buildings that we put there, and I really don't want it to interfere. So I'm sort of trying to hold back, just put it on the inner bits where I know it'll look okay, where nothing is going to interfere, sort of thing. Like, it's just, you know, playing it safe in some sense. We want it to feel like a village natural space, like, you know, it's not just untouched land, it's a confined space, otherwise it wouldn't be confined. So yeah, I'm just trying to find that balance, and I think, you know, like, we've got the building there, I could probably put something here quite safely, to be honest. And so yeah, so that's the thing that I'm sort of just struggling with right now, is trying to figure out how I'm doing everything in terms of a crap, I'm out of slabs. Oh, how did you get me? Buzz off. Wow. That was really random. We get so many pillagers spawn in here, it's bloody annoying. And that's actually sort of what gave me the idea to do the illager outpost, not outpost. I mean, that's what they're called in the game, but the temple thing that I mentioned before. That's sort of what gave me the idea to do it. Was the fact that we had so many in this space. We had so many in this space that I was just like, yeah, let's make a temple and just chuck up as many of their banners as possible in there and make it look like a cult space. That explains why we get so many of them. They have a secret hideout here or something. But yeah, they are constant here. Like, they literally spawn in our area. There's no way that we can get rid of them. It's just the biome for it. I'm still trying to think about what I'm doing with this space. If I'm just leaving it natural, if I'm going to do little rooms and caves and sides. I think it'd be cool to use these caves. You know, like, have a nice little path up here. I mean, B has this, so we could potentially connect it. Which is cool. Have little play areas or whatever in there, like, you know, kids, fun, adventure, make it a part of the village. I think that'd be a really cool idea. I think, you know, we're not gonna be able to do much else with it, so let me think. No. Maybe just another basalt. Yep. Just another basalt. Cool. Add that. Add that. Add another one there. Add like that one. Add that. Add a moss carpet there. Add basalt. Can we change out that for a... Yep. There you go. That's sort of nice. And see, I like... This is the sort of stuff where it's like, it's slightly different. It's nice to have on video sometimes to show you guys what's going through my head when I come to different spaces. That changes it so much. I love it. But that's the thing, we're probably going to put like a nice little space in there, so having two different sort of blotches there might help highlight the area. Yeah, and I want to do like more up here, but I'm also like hesitant, very hesitant on how to do that. Yep, beautiful. I think we're on a roll. Yeah, I'm probably going to add more to this. I don't know if I'm going to keep those trees there, so I might have to cut down the tree. I don't know. It's sort of tricky to say because, like, this walk's sort of meant to have the custom trees, but at the same time, there has to be a point where these trees come back into it, unless we seriously just chop down every single bloody tree and just try and customize the whole space, but I feel like that's going to take forever. That might be a future project if we really want to do that. It's very mossy here. Like, I really like how that's looking. I don't know why, just looks nice. Yeah, that looks nice. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, please leave a like and a comment down below. Follow and subscribe for more content like this. If you've got any suggestions for the build or for anything else, please let me know. These episodes sort of get released spontaneously, and I do tend to film them in clumps. So if you do have any suggestions, you might realize that I'm not going to do that suggestion until like maybe 3-4 episodes afterwards. But alas, I am always happy to make changes or additives or something like that if I don't think of it already. So yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed, and yeah, see you guys next time. Goodbye.